2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Opening round coverage of this exciting event is about to begin. Hello all, I'm Luke Elvey. It's terrific to have your company as always here at 2K Sports. Alongside me in the booth is Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Quack and John McCarthy following all the action. Oh, this championship's got so much history, so much prestige, and I can't wait to see who wins it this year. Now to the first hole. Before we get into today's action, I'm getting some word that there's a rivalry brewing between Will Zalatoris and our featured player. Henny, surely that can't be right.
Luke, you have heard correctly. There have been texts, phone calls, many exchanges in the lead up to this matchup between the featured player and Will Zalatoris. Things are getting pretty tense down here. It's going to be interesting to see how things play out today.
Thanks, Henny. That's interesting stuff. I'll be interested to see if our featured player does indeed do well against Willie Z. Always frustrated by missing a green.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
18-footer here is what he's facing.
It's tracking. Starting the round at even par.
Steady as she goes. Nice start.
He's currently sharing 5th place on the leaderboard. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Putting for eagle here. John, what's the line on this putt?
I'm pretty sure this is quite a hard break to the left.
Well, this one's come out on a good line. Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Moving to the next hole, and they're currently tied for the lead with Rory McIlroy. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
This is his second shot. Ooh, that almost went down. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Oh. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the 4th hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Yep, that shot safely on the green. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
The rival is ahead of him. He needs to get something together here.
Ooh, this is on a good line. He looked to have pulled that one. And this putt for a share of the lead. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've got it going left to right.
Not a bad line, this. Ooh. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Reach the fifth is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction. So driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
This one's going right at the pin here. That should set up another chance.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Currently 1 under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
Will Zalatoris is someone that everyone attached themselves to very quickly. He made that explosive start to his professional career. He's already ridden some serious back injury issues, but he shows a lot of heart and character, doesn't he? Because he's fought back very quickly.
He has. He's one of those players that he's silly talented, isn't he? The ball striking is absolutely amazing. You know, we've talked a little bit about his putting a little bit, but he gets past all of that, doesn't he? He just gets the job done time and time again. And I think that's what's going to be his legacy, is that he's out there. He's going to be a grinder. He's not going to go anywhere. You know, when you go head-to-head, you're going to have your hands full. He's just one of these all-around really, really solid players in the game. And I love the way he goes about his business.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5 is a lovely hole.
Pete Dye put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped. You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball could end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, nice little 25-footer here from him. Outside chance. It'll be good to hole.
Now look at this one come back. That's a big-time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. And let's have one more look at that shot.
What an amazing putt from way out.
And at the end of that hole, he's gone into clear outright leader. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
That's in the sand.
Took a good swing at it, but I don't know if it's going to be enough out of the sand.
This would be a great up and down. How close was that to going down? Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. The front nine finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
That's a little unpredictable. Hope that ends up all right. Now that one's into the drink, folks, I'm sorry to say. Opting for the 6-iron. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot, but some work to do, however. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? And the dreaded triple bogey putt. John, have you got a read on this one?
It's going to go down the hill here and to the left. Let's see how he handles it.
So close. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. So, Rich, 9 holes in the books. What do you make of the performance so far in this rivalry?
Well, they are doing better than their rivals, so that's good news, but there still is lots of golf to play. Should provide us for an entertaining week, that's for sure.
A couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. Now, let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
1 stroke behind his rival.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? That makes its way to the first cut. That's tidy. Good look at a birdie here. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Oh, birdie with big wings. Great putt. And that will take him to 1 under. Colin Morikawa doing what he does best. He's leading this tournament as we head to the next hole. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy corner to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Opting for the 9-iron. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, 15 feet out. He's been staring this one down.
Henny's down there. You got a read?
It's a tough read, but it's got a little bit of left to right break on it.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
He's currently in a tie for third here. Reached the 13th as a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Oh, that one's ricocheted right off the tree from about 100 yards. Only one shot off the pace. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Well, they tried to fade it in there, but just didn't commit to it.
Sitting at 1 under the card. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
That's disappointing to have to settle for the bogey there. And this one will be for bogey. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
Par putt coming up here. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. In the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
It looks like a 37-footer at least for this one. This is going to be some good TV.
Starts off looking good. He's done a nice job there.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Okay, he's behind in this rivalry. Let's see what he can produce.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. He finds himself in a share of 11th. Rich, just 3 holes to go here at TPC Louisiana, and what a finish it is. A great short 4 at 16.
Luke, this is something special here. You can go for it if you want, but you better be mindful of that water up and around the green. Just lay it up out to the left, and you shouldn't have anything more than a pitching wedge to this minuscule green.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, nicely played. This putt is for a spot inside the top 10. And now left with this to move into a tie for 7th. And as we head to the next, everyone is chasing Tommy Fleetwood, who currently leads this event. Par 3 17th requires a really strong tee shot, doesn't it, Rich?
That it does. Again, a very difficult par 3 with water all the way down the left-hand side. Just bail out to the right as best you can and rely on your short game to make that par.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
Okay, my money is on a right-to-lefter.
That's disappointing. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The finishing hole at TPC Louisiana, in my opinion, Rich, is a great one because, again, you can have anything from eagles all the way through to bogeys and worse.
Just avoid those little pot bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might be able to give it a whirl in 2. However, you got to be careful to, A, not miss it right, obviously, but even going too far left, you can really get an uncomfortable pitch shot from a low area left of the green.
Just needs this one to kick right. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
This one looks to be a big bender. Oh. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
It's not a long putt, but it will move right to left.
His round has come to a close. That is an impressive birdie. Well, that was certainly a tale of 2 nines, Rich, and well done for this player to fight through a sloppy start.
Well, that's what they had to do after that opening 9. It wasn't going to be pretty if they had the back 9 to match the front 9. Thankfully, they turned it around, got it back on the back 9. Hopefully, a better day ahead.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We've got final round coverage coming your way right now. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam. Glad to have you back with us. Our featured player is starting the day in the top 20 as we get things underway. Can he make a move today? Let's catch up with play down on the opening hole. And let's see what he can do here today. Coming fresh off a win, this player's looking to go back-to-back here.
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Looks like a lovely little draw there. Yeah, that was a safe play. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
And this one going left to right there, Luke.
Ooh. It's just about 3 feet away. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Currently 1 under for the tournament. The second is a par 5. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. And he's managed to find the green, but midway from the flag. Have to rely on a good putter here. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole.
Oh, what a big putt to make that one. And after that, he'll move to 2 under for the tournament.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful. Well, that's beautifully judged.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
And it's Colin Morikawa on top of things. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more. He's setting up for his second shot. 3 shots off the lead. Pin high. A chance to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction. So driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
This is some ball striking. Hitting greens in regulation, it's a thing of beauty.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
The 6th is a par 4. standing up over this one after a bunch of birdies.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
And this putt to move into a tie for first place. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
From the get-go, this is a big left-to-right breaker.
And that drops for a birdie, and that takes him to 6 under. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. This shot from around 210 yards. Going with the 5-iron here. Well played, mate. Might it be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Oh, what a putt. And he moves to 8 under now. And he's holding steady in first place after that one. Well, there's some real momentum with this player coming off an eagle at the last.
8 days a week, that rhythm works.
Second shot here on the 8th. Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green.
I don't think Will Zalatoris had that on his bingo card today. What a shot.
Putting for birdie here. And he's done it. He's holed it. And that means he extends his lead. And as we look at the leaderboard, he now has a 3-shot advantage. Hole number 9 is a par 3.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot.
Looks pretty good.
Like the look of this. Yes. As we make the turn, Rich, our featured player is out in front.
Could be some trying times indeed. Tough holes lay ahead, but yes, you're in the position that you want to be, ahead of the pack.
Oh, that is crushed. Will this hang on to the fairway? And Rich, that back-to-back win could be within reach here. This player can just gain a few more strokes on the inward half.
Winning last week, this player's full of confidence, and rightly so.
That one almost went in the hole. Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet.
A great birdie chance here.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. He's currently in first place. On the 11th tee now, a par 5. Oh, great swing there. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's got about 225 yards left from here. Feeling strong, going for less club.
10 out of 10 marks given.
Just 3 feet to the cup. He's aiming for his 3rd straight birdie. How good was that putt? Our leader is building a massive advantage, now 7 strokes ahead of the field. The 12th hole is a par 4. Oh, that's unfortunate. Didn't deserve that. His 2nd shot here. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. And from the greenside rough here. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
Trying to save a par here.
John, have you got a good read on this one?
Well, I think this one's going to be going left to right.
That's a lovely looking stroke. Here it comes, tracking. That was pretty straightforward. Leading by 6 strokes after that one. Welcome to the par 4 13th hole. Beautiful swing there. Well, Rich, I'm being honest. This lie is putrid. He's hit that one well. Will it get there? Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. A birdie putt awaits. Oh, nice looking putt. Oh, so close, but an easy par. And that should secure the par on this one. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 14th. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Opting for the 5-iron. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
I'd say about 26 feet or so to the cup from here.
You know, Luke, they say nothing rolls like a ball.
This is on the tracks. You beauty! What a putt!
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Currently 13 under for the event. Welcome to the par 4 15th hole. Hey, that's golf, isn't it? You get some good breaks and some bad ones. Good choice. Go with the 3-iron. Oh, what a shot by our leader. This putt is about 8 feet.
Little birdie look in here.
Yeah, nicely holed. That's a good fight back.
Up and down out of the bunker for birdie here, Luke. Job well done.
We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Time for the second shot at the 16th. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Ooh, watch this one break. And he needs this to save par. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Welcome to the par 3 17th hole. That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Lots of movement right to left on this putt.
This is a par putt. Okay, let's head to the next. He sits in first position. Well, what a lovely position to be in. Holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck. Good looking shot this. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. Wow. There's a lot of power in that one. Bombed.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Yeah, that's a great play, Rich. Not quite on the dance floor, but a mighty drive.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Well, that one's come off the blade with intent. Gotta like the look of this one. Oh, beauty.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
And Rich, you know what this is like, going back-to-back on the PGA Tour. How big is it?
It's a lot more mentally difficult than I think a lot of people understand. I'm very impressed with how this player held up the final 9 holes. Congratulations.
Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here. I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.